What up? Look as a video. It's been a minute since I made a look as a video. I think the last look as a video, I was hyping up my boy, Lang Jin, and Gitae can fight. It's funny how that turned out. But we're here to talk about another banger, and I feel like maybe my opinion is right on this one. I don't know. I hope I'm not disappointed. We got the Battle of the Sons, continuing the fight that they dads left for him. We got my boy Gun Park, the golden boy, my boy. Whole parlay on Gun in this fight, by the way. And versus this nigga. Versus Gitae Kim. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is a battle. Now, before, when this originally popped up, I was like, why is this even close? Do y'all not realize that Gun ran the whole gauntlet? Gun in 6. Gun in 4. No, 6. I gave him 6. But then when I really looked back and I thought about it, I was like, wait. Wait a minute. Oh wait. Side note. You see I'm wearing a jersey. I love jerseys. I really only got this on. I'm not even that much of a Golden State fan. Now, granted, Curry is a top player, but I'm not much of a Golden State fan. I just grabbed whatever was first. But Pete, this Klay Thompson when people actually liked him before his Stallion era, where people are not liking him again because of his Stallion era. But anyways, yeah. When I look back and I did the research, I said, wait, this is dangerous. This is dangerous because it's all right, we're gonna get the narrative standpoint out the way. In a narrative, good writing way, Gun is going to lose. That's just how that goes. In a narrative way, Gun is just going to lose if they end up fighting. Because Gitae is Jake's opponent. And Jake beating Gitae when Gitae beat Gun. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. If I am and you overly bothered, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, Gitae beating Gun and Jake beating Gitae, it's wrapping up Jake's original goal where he wanted to beat Gun. See how that played out? Funny how that turned out. But what's the name? Yeah, it'll be that. Now, narrative aside, who's really stronger? I feel like this is really close. Like really, really, really close. Because if we're going off, let's talk about the stats real quick. Gun is faster. There's no question in that. There is no question in that one. I'm not letting anyone take that away from me. Gun is fast as hell. But endurance and durability wise, that's where this fight gets close. Like dumb close. Because Gun probably has the strongest endurance mastery. I think that's the mastery where that endurance mastery go crazy. Every time he pulls that when someone hit him, I get so hyped because I'm like, oh, it don't work. There's no way. Like I'm sitting there, I get geeked every time I see the pose. The pose itself is clean, but like just that nothing breaks through Gun. Where the whole point of one of the biggest problems with the hunt for Gun was that for the first 2 parts, for the first half, they couldn't wear him down. They couldn't wear him down. They could not make this man bleed. He was really powering through everyone. There was nothing they could do about it. They needed the leaders of the crews to come through. And when I say they needed the leaders of the crews, I really mean they needed Jake. And here's the thing about Jake. Jake Kim with that Gabrion conviction mastery. I'm gonna call it the gap mastery. That gap mastery that Jake got, Gunn thought he was gonna be able to power through it. Granted, if he wasn't fighting beforehand, he probably could have took it better. This man Jake though, not the wind, knocked his soul. His soul left his body when he got hit. His soul left his, like you could see, I think his eyes whited out or something. Like that man Jake said. Cause you know Gabrion ain't have no fighting stance for real. He said, gum pistol to the abdomen. He just ain't. That was enough. That boy Gun folded like an omelet. And here's the thing: Jake don't got the full conviction for real. He ain't nowhere near as hard hitting as his father. He ain't nowhere near hard hitting as his daddy. And Gitae hits harder than Jake. That's a fact. That is a fact. And there's the other part where I'm like, okay, how is Gunn really going to power through this? Because I don't know if he has the obsidian bone that Shingen got. I feel like he should. I don't know. Maybe it activates when he goes into like true UI or something. And I'm gonna get to that when I get to that. But Gitae's fight against Lang Jin, he already dominated him initially. Just completely dropped him. But Lang Jin was worn out. So it's like, can you really give him that? We're not gonna give him that. Let's talk about when Lang Jin really woke up though. When he awakened and he was doing stuff. He was doing damage. That's why I'm saying, like, that conviction ain't nothing to play with. That ain't nothing to play with. He put paws on this man. Put him in a whole crater. Where I'm thinking Gunn's durability is definitely higher, but endurance wise, I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know if Gunn will be able to take what Gitae took. That conviction, the way that he folded from Jake's. Granted, he still fought heavily after that. So, yeah, he'll probably be able to take the same barrage. But the fact is, Gitae took the whole barrage, brunt force, laid out and everything. He got up, he was like, you remind me of Mexico. I didn't know you had that in you. It took one knee. It took one knee to the stomach to wrap up all of that shit that Lang Jin had going on. One knee. One hit. And I look in the comments on Webtoon. It took the comment for me to realize that. Because I could have sworn he hit him like at least 3 times. One hit, Lang Jin on the ground, about to get his arm, about to become Lang Jin on the ground, about to get Dr. Connored. One hit. That's what really, that and his durability is why I'm saying Gunn got a problem in this fight. He got a problem. He hit harder than Jake. I don't know what Lang Jin got. Y'all call it despair mastery and all this. That's not mastery, first off. That is his own path. That is his own path. And I don't know what it is. That black stuff, because y'all say that Lang Jin got that now. It ain't going to be the same, though. Tay going through it, and he going through people. He different. He hit hard. Where Big Daniel, we used to think that, I remember when we thought that Big Daniel was copying Gabrion. Nah, he was copying Gitae. He was copying Gitae moves. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Where they was like, oh my God, has he ever fought? Because he has the length, he has the flexibility. Like, it's so much stuff. Why this? Because when he fought, what's his name? When he fought Ji-Chang, and Ji-Chang tried to, and Lang Jin caught back all the way like this. Now keep in mind, he's 7 foot. He's like 6'5", 7 foot. This big motherfucker should not be able to bend back like that. He should not be able to bend back all the way. The flexibility is insane. He's not human. It's so abnormal to the point that I remember when there was theories and I was ready to give in to this theory. I was so close when they was thinking he gotta be a Yamazaki. He has to be a Yamazaki because we seen how weird Shingen was and how big Shingen was. Huge. Gabrion ain't that. He's not that tall. He's not that tall. Why is Gitae so abnormally? He picked up Jake like this. He picked up his little brother like this. Jake not little. Jake is not short. He's not short. He's one of the taller ones. Oh my gosh. But Gun does have a chance because I don't know. When he was talking to Daniel about the paths and everything, when Daniel came to him with all the path information and he's explaining it's just about the ceiling. You just got to break through your ceiling. Once you get the path, because your path is your path. It's not the same as mastery. Anyone can reach mastery. But your path is personal to you. That's when you are your strongest. Your path is what makes you the strongest. That's what Gabrion unlocked. He didn't unlock strength mastery or nothing like that. He unlocked his path. That's what Jake has access to, but it's not Jake's. It's not actually Jake's path. It's Gabrion's mastery, but it's really going to become Jake's path eventually. But that's besides the point. Daniel is talking and he's like, is that why you're as strong as you are? Because you unlock your path? And we know that Gun got stronger in the prison. It looked like he got bigger too. It looked like he got way bigger. Like he looked a lot more bulky now. That chicken, whatever they feeding him, stop feeding him that. He gonna break out. He gonna break out himself. But whatever he beating on it's implied he beating on pre-generations in the prison. And Daniel's talking about it's your path why you as strong as you are. And we see the aura. And the aura, it just makes me feel like, because you could say that his path is his UI, but it just, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like maybe his true UI, but at the same time, Shingen had that. Shingen had the true UI thing too. So it's like, is it really that? Because Shingen had the true UI mode just like Gun does. So it just feels, it feels less like a path and more just like something that UI users just have when you just when you're just so like that. You get to that point where you can actually go on auto mode or something like that. It just feels like that. But if that is his path, then that's okay, because true UI is dangerous. That was dangerous to deal with. It took true UI Daniel, true UI Big Daniel to take on that Gun. So yeah, whatever he got, but it just doesn't feel like it. It feels like he got something else. He unlocked something else in that prison. And I'm so curious how strong he going to be when he come out. Because there's no way he's going to stay at the same level. Because by the time he comes out of prison, everyone that was in the Hunt for Gun arc should be able to catch up to that level that Gun was at in that arc. And we cannot have Gun be power cliffed. So when he come out, he's going to have to be stronger. Because you see who you got to fight. And we can't have you getting washed. You're lucky as a golden boy. So he's probably going to get Gojo'd. Realistically, he probably going to get Gojo'd. I believe it. But yeah, in conclusion, to wrap this up, because I got a Mashiba video to come out with Hajime no Ippo. Like this, subscribe. I gotta start saying that when I open up the video. Why do I not do that? But what's the name? Yeah. In conclusion, the verdict is Gun is going to lose, but realistically, Gun probably should win. He probably would win, but he's going to lose. He's going to lose. It just makes sense narratively. But he should win. Maybe. It depends on if he already has his path or not. Because there's no way, if he hasn't shown his path already, there should be no character. Well, I don't know, because Gitae's strong. He's strong as fuck. I don't know. But it shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't even be possible to be able to continue with that. That's why Daniel gonna be so OD. Because he's gonna have a path in his UI. When he learn how to control that, the verse is gonna be in trouble. It's only gonna be probably like Johan. Well, that's different. That's different. I'm not finna separate from the topic. Y'all boys is safe though. I'm out.